Welcome to Ron's Amazing Stories, the podcast where every episode takes you on a journey through captivating tales, thrilling adventures, and unforgettable moments.
It's amazing.
From heart-pounding mysteries to inspiring true stories, we'll bring you narratives that spark your imagination and keep you on the edge of your seat. So sit back, relax, and get ready to explore the extraordinary. Because with Ron, every story is an amazing story.
That's amazing.
It's that you say?
Hello and welcome to the podcast. Tonight we're diving into one of the crown jewels of old-time radio, Escape. And honestly, whoever came up with that title deserved a raise, or at least an extra ration coupon. Think circa 1940s. Because Escape really was about getting away from it all for 30 minutes. The series premiered in 1947 and enjoyed an incredible 7-year run before signing off in 1954. While a lot of radio dramas at the time focused on cops, gangsters, and people saying, "Get your hands up," Escape took listeners somewhere else entirely. Adventure stories, survival tales, science fiction, strange mysteries, dangerous jungles, stormy seas. Basically, if the main character was having a bad day, Escape was interested. The production quality was top-notch, too. The scripts were smart, the music was dramatic, and the sound effects could make you feel like you were trapped in a sinking ship while sitting at home safely in fuzzy slippers. Radio was magic back then. And then there was the voice of Escape, William Conrad. Many people remember him later as Matt Dillon from Gunsmoke, but it was here he became the deep voice master of ceremonies, guiding listeners into danger every week. Conrad had one of those voices that could make reading a grocery list sound ominous. Escape also adapted stories from famous authors, including tonight's featured writer H.G. Wells. The series earned a reputation for bringing literary adventure and science fiction to radio audiences in a way that felt exciting, intelligent, and occasionally terrifying. Tonight's double feature explores what happens when people reach beyond their limits. One man gains the power to work miracles, another decides that greed is more important than human life. And in true Escape fashion, both discovers that things can go out of control surprisingly fast. Kind of like trying to fix that tiny thing on your computer and then accidentally deleting your entire desktop. Truly happens. So, dim your lights, settle in, and prepare yourself to escape. Our first story comes from the imagination of legendary author H.G. Wells. Now, Wells wasn't just a science fiction writer. He helped invent the neighborhood, the time machine, the War of the Worlds, the Invisible Man. The man practically built modern sci-fi with a fountain pen and what must have been an alarming amount of coffee. But Wells had a particular talent for taking an impossible idea and dropping it into the lap of an ordinary person, just to see what would happen. Usually, the answer was nothing good. Tonight's story, The Man Who Could Work Miracles, first appeared in 1898 and asks a wonderfully dangerous question. What if the average person suddenly gained the power to perform miracles? Not a philosopher, not a saint, not even someone who reads the instructions first, just an ordinary fellow suddenly able to bend reality itself. At first, the miracles seem fun, harmless even, but pretty quickly our hero discovers that unlimited power and limited common sense are not an ideal combination. In fact, that combination has probably fueled most of human history. As the story unfolds, Wells mixes humor, fantasy, and a growing sense of chaos into something both entertaining and surprisingly thoughtful. Because beneath all the miracle-making is a very human question. If we had unlimited power, would we actually know what to do with it? From September 14th, 1948, here is Escape with The Man Who Could Work Miracles.
Fed up with the everyday grind? Tired out by the dull routine? You want to get away from it all?
We offer you Escape. Escape, designed to free you from the four walls of today for a half hour of high adventure.
You are crouched in the middle of an immense hurricane. Houses, animals, trees sweeping past you. And you suddenly realize that you've tampered with the universe, that you're bringing about the destruction of the world.
Tonight, we escape to a placid English village and the presence of an equally placid little man who one day shook the world, as H.G. Wells told it in his delightful and famous story, The Man Who Could Work Miracles.
Now, I might say right in the beginning that I ain't the kind of chap who has a naturally argumentative disposition, meaning the kind who's always engaging in hostile discussions with perfect strangers. Quite the contrary. I'm a reasonable man who always takes proper thought before he speaks, and one who has due respect for scientific truth. Why, I ain't never opened my mouth to utter a word that wasn't a pure, a undiluted, a fact.
That's what you say.
Howsoever, when a man of inferior intellect, such as Toddy Beamish has showed himself to be more than once, when a man like that insists upon airing his ridiculous opinions in a public place such as the Long Dragon Bar, then I've got no choice but to confound him with the superior knowledge which I possesses.
That may be well and good, perhaps, but it's only what you say.
On the contrary, Mr. Beamish, the statements which I have just made are such as might come from any intelligent human being with a true knowledge of scientific principle, which same can't be said for some of us here at this bar.
So you say.
That's right, so I say, and if you can't contribute nothing but the same three words to this discussion, I will thank you to admit that you're defeated and shut your mouth.
Well now, Mr. Fotheringay.
Easy, lads.
I appeal to you,
Easy
Constable.
does it.
I appeal to you, Constable, when I'm only trying to enlighten the man from the bog of ignorance he's a-floundering in. And he keeps coming up with his infernal, so you say. Well, I'm a-wasting my words, that's all.
If the pints of stout and I'll float across this bar the way words do, why then I'd have been retiring years ago.
Quite right, Miss Bridges. I'll have another the same if you don't mind.
Let's see, that was a pint of bitter, wasn't it?
By all rights, Toddy Beamish, I shouldn't be wasting me time on you. But out of the goodness of my heart, I'll do it anyhow.
Suit yourself.
There you are.
Now, let's take, for example, that pint of ale that you're holding in your hand.
It's pretty nigh empty.
Well, I paid for the last one. All right. Now, suppose, for instance, if that ale was to turn into wine.
I never cared much for wine. Always liked ale better.
Now, if that ale there was to turn into wine, then you'd have a miracle.
So you say.
So anybody says. Perhaps you ain't even aware of the proper definition of what a miracle is, Mr. Beamish.
Well, some miracles is one kind, and some is another.
If anybody left so much as tuppence on the bar as a gratuity for my services, that would be a miracle, all right.
Be that as it may, Miss Bridges, but a miracle ain't of one kind or another. A true miracle is something contrariwise to the course of nature, done by the power of will.
So you say.
Something what couldn't happen without being specially willed to happen. And miracles ain't possible.
Easy, lad, easy now.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say they ain't.
It's your ignorance that's talking. Look, you see that lamp sitting there on the end of the bar, burning as bright as you please?
I see it right enough.
Now, that lamp, in the natural course of nature, couldn't burn like that if it was turned upside down and hanging in the air.
You say it couldn't.
Mr. Beach, do you mean to tell me that you...
All right. Maybe it couldn't.
Ah, and if it did, it'd be a miracle. Very well. Now, supposing somebody was to come along, take me, for instance, and he pointed his finger at that lamp like this and said, turn upside down. Now, if the lamp, if
Science preserve us if it aren't doing it.
Well, now.
Blimey.
A burning and a hanging there without no visible means of support.
I can't keep it up there much longer.
Remarkable. All remarkable.
And now then, Mr. Fotheringay, stop it. Stop it immediately, and that's my official order.
Have a care, Constable. Watch out. There it goes.
Oh, now see what you've done, Mr. Fotheringay. My best lamp chimney. Oh, clean no more than an hour ago. Smashed into smithereens.
But I didn't try to do it.
Oh, for all you knew, you might have caught the whole place afire.
Most irregular and illegal besides, like as not. We'll have no more of it. You understand?
But I tell you, I didn't
Oh,
mean
you
for
and your silly conjuring tricks.
It wasn't a conjuring trick.
That's what you say.
No doubt you've had a bit too much to drink.
All I done was to point my finger at it like that and...
Stop it now! Don't you dare!
But that's all I'd done.
In that case, Mr. Fotheringay, you defeat your own argument right out of your own mouth.
And how is that, might I ask?
If it weren't caused by some form of trickery, then what happened to that lamp was a miracle.
Oh, here now, I ain't holding with no blooming miracles.
Hold with them or not, as the case might be, Mr. Fotheringay. But you just stood right there and performed a real, true, honest, genuine miracle. That's what you done.
It wasn't a matter of being asked to leave the Long Dragon, you understand. I already had my mind set on going anyhow. A place what's full of ignorant superstition ain't the kind of place for a man of rational intellect to be doing his thinking in. And thinking was just what was called for. On the one hand, I weren't ready to swallow no miracle theory, but on the other hand, I wasn't able to recollect no scientific principle what might account for that which had happened. As you might say, the question had dissolved itself into a dilemma. Oh, my landlady, Mrs. Tetherington, was sitting up in the parlour when I come in.
Good evening, Mr. Fotheringay.
But I can't recall saying anything to her.
Well, very well, Mr. Fotheringay.
I went straight to my own room, closed my door, lit the candle, and then I sat there on the edge of my bed, grappling with the problem in heroic fashion and trying to puzzle out the ultimate solution. It weren't no easy thing to do. It couldn't have happened, but it had happened, which ain't logic no matter how you look at it. Why, it'd be the same situation if I was to point my finger at that candle there and say, be raised up in the air, and it was to... Ooh, blimey! Hanging there like a blooming firefly. But it's contrariwise to... Whoop, there it goes! Oh, black as your hat. Now, where in the tarnation did that confounded thing get to? Huh? At any rate, there should be some matches around here somewhere. Oh, I say, maybe I could... Let there be a match in me hand. Well, now, just like that. Oh, a safety match. A lot of blooming good that's going to... half a mo now. Maybe I don't need no match. Maybe I could... Candle, wherever you are, be lighted. Oh, here now, not in the middle of my bed. Oh, no, we'll not be having any of that now. Well, come in, it ain't locked.
Mr. Fotheringay, might I inquire what's coming off up here?
You might inquire, and to blazes with you. Can't you recognise a man who's got his hands full of trouble?
Troubles indeed. I'll have you understand. Mr. Fotheringay, why is smoke coming out of that bed?
Because it caught on fire, that's why.
Oh, me wool comforter with a Noel band in it, and taking lighted candles to bed with you.
I am not taking no candles anywhere, and I will thank you to leave me the privacy of my own bedchamber.
Well, I never. You have been drinking.
On the contrary, I have been cogitating upon matters of science, which is far beyond the range of your feeble intellect.
With all the money I have to spend on candles. I'll have you know that if any candles are going to be tossed around loose like in this house, I'll do the tossing.
Mrs. Tetherington, I might remind you that good, steady lodgers, such as a man like myself, ain't so easy to come by nowadays, with which I will bill you a highly respectable good night.
Well, I've never been so insulted in all my life, and you can rest assured you haven't heard the last of this.
Old vulture. Don't know who she's talking to. Me? A bloke what's only got to point his finger and say, be, and it is. Blimey, if I ain't suddenly got the power to perform miracles. Real, genuine miracles. Like as not, the result of my long devotion to the true principles of science. Well, I got through the next day without no trouble, and come evening I went walking down the lane that leads around Millsdale's pond, attempting to put my mental processes into order, as you might say. Mostly I kept trying to cogitate on some honest to Betsy miracle I might up and perform. But it ain't such an easy matter for a chap who's unaccustomed to goings-on of that nature. No, what I wanted was the genuine article, you understand. No little shenanigans, one with which to make people stop and say, blimey now, if that ain't a real downright miracle for you. And all of a sudden, I had it. I just happened to recollect a chap somewhere who stuck his staff into the ground and commanded it to blossom. So, I poked me walking stick into the edge of the turf, I backed off a wee bit and pointed me finger at it. Walking stick, become a blooming bush of flowering posies. Roses, by heaven. I done it! Just like that fella in the opera.
Here now, what's going on here?
Oh, Constable Winch, confound the man anyhow.
Cease and desist whatever it is you're doing in the name of the crowd.
Oh, you there, Rosebush, go back now, fast.
Have a mind there who it is you're throwing bramble bushes at. Blasted sword smite into the man severely. Yeah, there.
Confounded blundering idiot.
I'll see now who's conducting nefarious activities under the cover of darkness. Assaulting an officer engaged in the pursuit of his natural... Well, so it's you, Mr. Fotheringay.
The fact being self-evident, Mr. Winch, I will not bother myself to answer.
So you'll not bother yourself to answer, eh? Maybe you'll also deny that you just threw a great heavy mass of foliage at me?
I do deny it.
Then no doubt it just up and flew through the air all by itself.
Constable Winch, you have just hit the nail on the head.
So that's the way the wind blows. Some more of them blasted hanky-pank conjuring tricks of yours, is that it?
On the contrary, it was merely a small miracle.
You don't say so. In which case his honour might enjoy hearing you tell about it. So come along with you now.
I will do nothing of the kind.
Oh, resisting an officer. That'll be another charge against you.
Charge, indeed. Mr. Winch, you can take your charges and go to Hades. Whoa, Constable. Oh, Mr. Winch. Oh, blimey, if he ain't gone and disappeared complete like. Oh, I wonder if he... I'm thinking this miracle business ain't all it's talking up to be. Why, a man might find himself in a whole peck of trouble before he learns the knack of the thing. I'm thinking I'd best go and get myself some really professional advice right away.
good evening to you, brother. A very pleasant evening to
And
you.
the same to you with many of them, Mr. Maydig. That is, your reverendship.
Oh, no formality now, none at all, no. Just call me Mr. Maydig.
Well, now, thank you kindly, your Maydig ship.
Won't you step inside?
Much obliged to you, Mr. Reverendship.
Just follow me now. This way, Mr. I can't say that I caught the name.
Fotheringay. George W. Fotheringay.
Ah, yes, not from my parish.
Well, yes, I attended services last Christmas.
Indeed? Well, so many people did last Christmas. Well, here we are, Mr. Fotheringay. Take a chair.
It's Fotheringay. Nice diggings you've got here.
Oh, adequate, Mr. Motheringay, adequate for my simple wants. Here, now just feel entirely free to lay your burdens upon my shoulders.
Well, the fact is, the matter which I come here to talk about might be considered of a somewhat delicate nature.
Oh? Well, think nothing of it. Please, feel free to speak, speak freely. My housekeeper retires very early.
Oh no, your reverendship, it's nothing like that.
Oh. Then, what?
The subject about which I'm inquiring is miracles.
Miracles? Oh, yes, indeed, miracles. Any special kind of miracles?
Oh, yes. The kind which I perform myself.
Oh, which you perform... I see. And what sort of miracles do you perform?
Well, for one thing, I have just finished sending Constable Winch to Hades.
Hades? Indeed. Oh, that's very interesting.
Oh, of course, when I realized what had happened, I had him transferred to San Francisco. Wherever that is.
Oh, I'm sure he'll like San Francisco much better.
You don't believe me. I can't say that I blame you none either.
Well, after all, Mr. Dotheringay...
It's Fotheringay. Well, very well. There ain't nothing else to do but for me to go up and perform a few miracles before we go any farther.
Well, that's very interesting, I'm sure.
Now, you just take that jar of tobacco there on the table, for instance. Suppose I just point my finger at it, like this, and... become a bowl of violets.
Yes, indeed, it's very
You see, it ain't no tobacco jar no more. It's a bowl of violets.
Well, goblime. I mean, so it is.
Of course, it ain't nothing very spectacular, your reverendship, but it is the sort of a miracle a man can pass without tangling himself up in a mass of trouble.
Extraordinary. Very... well, extraordinary.
You can see for yourself they're real violets.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
Now, take this, for example. Become a bowl of fish.
Ooh.
No, not that kind. Live fish in a goldfish bowl, swimming around. Now. Well, that's better.
It's amazing. How did you do it?
Just told it to.
That's all?
That's all. When I tells a thing to do it, it does it.
Incredible.
Come on, Miss Sutton, like you might say. And I'd like to know if it's a real genuine miracle or if it ain't.
Well,
Seeing as our miracles ought to come under your reverendship's special province, more or less.
Yes, indeed. However, usually in a somewhat more academic fashion. These are more astonishing.
As far as I can tell, there ain't no limit to it. Like, for instance, bowl of fish, turn into a pigeon.
Why, good heavens, look at the thing!
Here now. None of that. Oh, you stay away from Mr. Maydig now. Perhaps I'd better become that jar of tobacco again. Well, Reverend, what do you think about it?
Amazing. It's the most extraordinary thing I've ever seen in my life. Ever expected to see. No, I've got to think about it, consider the possibilities.
Well, I might come back in the morning.
Oh, no, wouldn't hear of it. I was about to dine when you rang. I wonder if you'd join me. Of course, I'm afraid there's only cold mutton.
Oh, well, now, maybe there's something else you might like better.
Oh, anything. Frankly, I've grown to hate the sight of... Eh? You don't mean...
Why not? Just name it.
Pheasant. I haven't tasted pheasant in years.
Then now is the time. Let there be a pheasant on the table. No. Not like that. Let it be dead and roasted and ready to eat.
Look at it. Oh, it's beautiful.
It smells good too. Maybe we'd best, let there be 2 pheasants.
And truffle.
Yeah, and truffles.
Maybe some oyster.
2 dozen oysters. You better make it 3 dozen.
And some cheddar. Oh, we must have some cheddar.
Yeah, a pound of cheddar. And what to drink, Your Reverence? Champagne?
Well, I really shouldn't, you know, but, perhaps a small bottle of Moselle?
6 bottles of Moselle, a keg of stout, and a case of champagne. There wasn't no mistake about it. I'd come to the right place for certain. Once Mr. Maydig got over his first astonishment, he turned out full of ideas for brand new miracles. Things even I might never have thought of, like as not. Well, we polished off that meal in no time at all. As easy as a cat frying eggs. And an hour later, we was out walking in the dark streets of the village, turning out miraculous jobs so fast, I fairly wore out my finger a-pointing with it. I couldn't begin to tell you all the wonderful things we did in a couple of hours. Installed a new railway line, drained Flinders Swamp, turned it into a meadow, cured the vicar's warts, paved all the roads, eliminated taxation, reformed the Lord Mayor, and made all the girls in the village beautiful. These weren't none of your halfpenny miracles. All of these were big. And we went right on turning them out, one every 2 minutes, just as regular as clockwork. By midnight, we passed clean through the village and were walking along the lane by Millsdale's Pond, fairly tired out by all that thinking and pointing and performing of miracles.
Mr. Fotheringay, I've just thought of another one.
Indeed? And what might it be?
The village clock. There in the steeple. Listen to it. It's terrible.
True enough. It ain't got a very melodious sound to it.
Then let's give them a good clock, A great, rich, booming one.
All right, Mr. Maydig. Let that there clock become a genuine London-style cathedral clock.
Much better. Oh, the people of this village are going to have a big surprise when they wake up in the morning after all we've done for them tonight.
I might say there's 1 or 2 things we've done that I ain't so sure about.
Oh?
Like turning every drop of alcoholic beverages into plain water, for instance.
Oh, it's nothing to worry about, Mr. Fotheringay. You can always turn out a miraculous pint or 2 for your own purposes, and it will reform all the drunkards in the village.
Maybe so. At any rate, we might as well wait and see what comes of it. What do we perform next?
I really don't know. Can't think of another single miracle that we haven't already.
Half a moment, Mr. Maydig. I just thought of one of my own I'd best take care of. Let Constable Winch be right back in San Francisco again. He might be catching a boat or a train or something, you understand? I think the best idea is just to keep sending him back there every once in a while.
I doubt you have anything to worry about. San Francisco is some distance away, you know.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
I keep trying to think of one more miracle. A big one. Something worthy of ending the night with. But I just don't... Oh, well now.
Huh?
I say, there is one, you know.
Such as?
You see that moon, Mr. Fotheringay?
Naturally. Almost full by the looks of it.
You remember Joshua?
Joshua? Joshua? Oh, come off it now.
It would be a wondrous thing to see.
Well, now, that's a pretty tall order, making the moon stand still.
Oh, well, actually, it only appears to stand still. What really happens is that the Earth stops rotating.
You don't have to inform me about scientific principles of which I'm already familiar, Mr. Maydig. Howsoever, I think we'd best not go monkeying around with the universe.
Well, you probably don't have the power to do it anyway. It's really a superior class of miracle, you know.
I got the power, all right, but I ain't so sure it's a good idea. I could do it if I wanted to.
Oh, of course you could. Well, perhaps we'd better get along home.
Half a mo now. I might just leave it stopped for a little while.
Oh, if you could stop it at all.
Oh, well now, if that's the way you feel, you just take a look at this. The old blinking world. Stop rotating. Where now? What's all this? I didn't order no wind.
Fotheringay, what have you done?
I don't rightly know. Look out. Things is starting to blow loose.
Oh, you confounded, blundering idiot.
Duck your head. Here comes a cow through the air. Oh, missed. You better lie down in the ditch before it gets blowed away.
Oh, it's getting worse all the time.
Well, I can't see to pull my wits together. Oh, I've got it. When the Earth stopped rotating, everything on the surface kept right on moving. 500-600 miles an hour. Houses, cows, the wind, everything. It's a scientific principle.
A lot of good that does. Stop it, man. Stop it. Do something. Do...
Oh, Mr. Maydig. Oh, Mr. Maydig. Oh, blimey if he ain't blown clean away. Gone. Oh, now I got myself in a fine kettle of fish for certain. Only there weren't so much confusion, maybe I could... Oh, I say now. That's it. It's the only answer. All right now. Let nothing happen until I say the word go. And when I do, let everything go back exactly like it was just before I turned that blooming lamp upside down in the Long Dragon bar. And at the same time, let me loose this here miraculous power complete like. Forget all about it. Have you got it now? Everything just as it were? No more miracles, and let me forget the old thing. All right then. Ready? Go!
That's only what you say.
And the same as anybody might say who's got the least bit of scientific knowledge inside of their thick heads. Ain't I right, Constable Winch?
You couldn't rightly say, Mr. Fotheringay. The subject ain't exactly in my province, you know. And all the same, Miss Bridges.
Right you are, Constable.
Irregardless, Mr. Beamish, miracles ain't possible.
So you say.
So I say. Maybe you don't even know what a miracle is.
Here we are.
Maybe if I was to point my finger at that lamp there on the bar and tell it to turn upside down, I suppose you think it might do it.
Well, I wouldn't say it wouldn't.
You wouldn't say it wouldn't. Mr. Beamish, you ain't got a brain in your head, and I'm only wasting my time trying to enlighten you, which I ain't going to do any longer. There you are, Miss Bridges.
Why, thank you kindly, Mr. Fotheringay.
I'll be dropping in again when the place ain't quite so crowded. I bid you all a respectful, a good night.
Well, Toddy, I'd say you got the best of the argument tonight. I never saw him
Glory be, will you take a look at this?
What's up, Miss Bridges?
Sixpence. He left me a sixpence. Right here on the bar, big as anything.
And so he did.
The like of it ain't never happened before. Saints preserve us if it ain't a downright bloomin' miracle. That's what it is. A bloomin' miracle.
Well, there's a reason most of us are not trusted with unlimited cosmic power. The man who could work miracles starts out almost playful, but before long it turns into a cautionary tale about what happens when somebody gains enormous abilities without the wisdom to manage them. It's funny right up until reality itself starts wobbling like a bad Jell-O mold at a church potluck. And that idea connects perfectly with tonight's second story, because now we move from supernatural power into something more familiar: greed. Good old-fashioned human greed. The kind that says, sure, this is a terrible idea, but think of the profits. The Adversary follows a ruthless sea captain determined to steal the fortune in pearls, even if innocent people have to die along the way. Unlike our miracle worker, this man knows exactly what he's doing, which somehow makes it worse. But in the world of Escape, nobody gets to play God for long. Eventually, something stands in the way, whether it's fate, conscience, karma, destiny, or maybe just the universe finally saying, "Oh, absolutely not." From May 6, 1954, here is Escape with The Adversary.
It was at dusk and on an ebb tide that the purling schooner Fancy Free came smartly up into the wind and dropped anchor in the harbor of Thursday Island. And it was after dark when her master came ashore and paid off his Kanaka crew. He was a big man, this captain, with a crop of black hair, a smooth, long jaw, and gray eyes. As he went swinging along the waterfront, the crowd parted right and left before him. Now, news of any arrival travels fast on Thursday Island, and with such a figure as this, the conversation at the Portuguese bar had been going on for some time.
One thing I know for certain, he's got the trimmest lugger in these parts.
And where's he from, Smike?
First time I ever laid eye on him or his boat was this evening.
If he was from these parts, Portuguese, Captain Smike would know him.
Well, wherever he from, he be like the rest of you, up to no good.
Oh, you've no use for pearlers, have you, Portuguese?
You're all cut from the same cloth. Thieves, drunkards, brawlers, and worse.
Ah, you fat devil. You're no better than the worst of us.
I know and can account for my shortcomings. It is not so with you, who make a living like so many sea gypsies.
What's he saying, Captain Smike?
Alf, drink your drink.
I only wanted to know.
The stranger, Smike. He's another pearler, perhaps.
Yes, he could be.
I'll find out more when he comes for his rum.
Yeah. Pour me a drink, Portuguese. And one for little Alfie. Well, a toast to Thursday Island.
Thursday Island.
Where the only honest man to grace its shores came by land. You there! At the bar.
Cool. Look at the size of that one.
My name is Smike, if it's me you're talking to.
My name is Weatherby. John Weatherby. I'm master of the Fancy Free.
That's the lugger in the harbor, ain't it?
And so, Captain Weatherby?
I've come to spend some time with you.
Captain Weatherby, what is your pleasure?
Rum, but first I'll have my say.
That's your right.
Moment back you drank a toast to which I take exception.
That's so.
You said the only honest man on Thursday Island came by land.
I did.
Now then, I don't mind what you call yourselves to yourselves. As long as I'm in your midst, anyone that says I'm not honest and can't prove it, I'll knock the 7 bells out of him.
Since you're a stranger here, Weatherby, I'll tell you something. I'm senior captain on Thursday Island, and I say what I wish when I wish. And it's like I said before. The only honest man on Thursday Island came...
Lummy, he never even got it said.
You, little fella, go give your friend a hand. He'll need help for a while yet.
My name is Alf, and I ain't finished my drink.
Go.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'll have that rum.
Right away, Captain Weatherby.
Now, on Thursday Island, there was no prying into a neighbor's affairs unless one was prepared to push the inquiry with a knife. And so it was that nobody questioned where Weatherby came from, or his pearling license, or the motley crew he picked to replace the skilled Kanaka boys he'd let go. His new cook was Chinese, his head diver a Manila man, and his mate a giant North African who went by the name of Buttermilk. But questions or no, as the months passed, a legend was growing about Captain Weatherby.
Or he'd chase you right across the Pacific to pay you tuppence he might owe you. That's his sort.
You never had tuppence in your life, Alfie.
5 nights ago, he was in here.
and he drank 5 hard cases under the table. And when they left, he squared the whole bill himself.
Honest Witherby, they call him.
Honest Witherby, he's up to something. They say nothing but good about him.
You're right as rain, Portuguese. Last month he stayed in quarantine voluntary-like, just because of that island steamer and the cholera scare.
Then paid his crew their monthly wages anyway.
His crew? A good master wouldn't allow a one of them to set foot on deck.
Well, they ain't been exactly trained by the Queen's Navy.
What I want to know is this. Why's he got the fastest lugger in these parts manned by that collection of trash?
You still hold that blow against Weatherby, Smike. But he's all right.
Harbour authorities, pilots, and other masters, and the whole lot. They all like
I
him.
don't. Listen, that will be the Brisbane steam.
It's trying to get her bloody passengers back aboard. She sails at midnight.
Australia. I wish I was going. I'd like to see Australia again.
Yeah, she'd probably like to see you, too.
Oh, now, Captain.
Like as not, it's her pilot the Fernshaw's blowing for.
Pilot?
Ever since she put in here, Weatherby and that ship's pilot been trying to drink the island dry.
I wonder where he is now.
Down at the docks, like as not. Pouring his pilot friend aboard the steamer. Another rum, Portuguese. And another for little Alfie.
And in truth, Weatherby was down at the docks, his coat turned up against the squalls that were blowing wet from the ocean. He was standing in the shadows by some packing crates, watching from a distance the yellow cargo flares that showed the loading of the Fernshaw was still in progress. Then, just as Captain Weatherby was turning away, another figure slipped from the shadow and moved to confront him.
Captain Weatherby?
Yes?
I'll take halvers, if you please, Captain Weatherby.
What?
I said halvers. Now, don't move, Captain. I've got you well covered, and I'm not afraid to shoot.
Deacon! After all these years, the Deacon. Bless me if I didn't think I'd done you in.
I should have died, but I didn't. No thanks to you.
And what are you doing on Thursday Island?
I dropped in from Samurai, meaning to catch the Brisbane steamer.
Huh?
I've been doing some diving up the way, but I'm only a fair diver, and my luck's been poor. Until tonight.
Until tonight? And why the change, little beetle?
Because I chanced to see you, my old friend. And I was strolling along the front, and I made inquiries, and I heard what they call you in these parts. Honest Weatherby.
Why, you wasp. You have it in mind to blow on me?
To tell what I know of you and have you go to jail? Not a chance. That would do me no good.
What then?
I just want half of your new speculation. Your latest deviltry.
What makes you think I've got a plan, Deacon?
Oh, do you think I couldn't smell it out? I know your methods too well. Fine public character, no suspicion, alibi all complete. Yes, and I also know you sneaked your crew out of town tonight. Your lugger's ready to slip cable this minute. And most important, I happen to know what the Fernshaw's carrying aboard her this trip.
Oh, the devil you do.
The season sweep of pearls. 20,000 pounds worth.
Suppose I was after those pearls. How would I get them?
That's for you to do, and me to profit by.
Oh, so you'll let me do the dirty, and then take ours,
That's right, Captain Honest Weatherby.
Blast me if it isn't hard to know whether you're with me or against me, Deacon.
Thus saith the Lord, an adversary there shall be, and he shall bring down thy strength from thee.
All right. All right then, Deacon, I'll put up with your blackmail and piracy. And I'll take you on as an adversary. And you'll be part of the enterprise.
Good. And now, Weatherby, tell me this. How are you to get the pearls that are aboard the steamer there?
I shall have to dive for them, Deacon.
Dive for them?
And like it or not, since you've declared yourself in, you'll be a party to it.
You mean you're going to sink her?
That's exactly what I mean, Deacon. Within 2 hours of sailing, the Fernshaw will be resting on the bottom of the passage.
Within half an hour, the little lugger Fancy Free was standing out to sea. Her master, Captain Weatherby, and a small and shivering passenger sheltered in the lee of the deck house. The deacon had wanted in on the profit, but he had hardly counted on mass murder as a means to it. One man's death he might have countenanced, but to murder a steamer was something else.
Weatherby, you can't do it. You can't drown a whole ship's company.
Did you ever hear the Volga, the Kate, or the Mecca? Well, they all fell a trifle off the track. Their bottoms were ripped out on Tribulation Shoal. Now, the same thing might happen to the Fern Shoal.
But how? There's a light on Tribulation Shoal.
So there is. It's a fourth-order fixed dioptric, unattended. Now, suppose that light were moved.
But like you say, it's fixed. And besides, the keeper lives only a mile away on Horn Island. You couldn't move it.
Suppose a man were to land on the lee of Tribulation Shoal, and with a canvas, blanket the light to westward. Now, if that same man were to take a discarded lightship lantern that he might have aboard his lugger, and after anchoring some half-mile away, show this light at his masthead, what then?
What? You're mad, Weatherby.
You begin to see the possibility for error?
You really are going to wreck her.
Well, I am, Deacon.
You wouldn't. You daren't.
Captain,
What is it?
big sub head. Can hear.
How far?
Close, very close.
Deacon, get below. We're at Tribulation Shoal, and there's man's work to be done yet tonight.
Weatherby.
Get below. Buttermilk!
Captain,
How close now to the south?
200-300 yards.
Have the helm put over, Buttermilk, and drop a hook. We're going ashore to have a look at Tribulation Light.
Now, it is a fact that no one knows or is ever likely to know the actual explanation for the wreck of the Brisbane steamer, which left Thursday Island and came to grief some 2 hours later on Tribulation Shoals. But the records declare that she went clean off her course, and a coral reef laid her open as neatly as a butcher's knife lays open a carcass. She sank within 5 minutes. The next morning, as the dawn spread in iridescence over those waters, Captain Weatherby anchored his lugger between the tips of the two sunken masts.
All right, Buttermilk. Get my equipment ready.
I get diving suit.
Well, Deacon, you'll note for yourself there's not a trace of evidence. We've not been spied. The lantern we used is sunk, canvas destroyed, and Tribulation Light as it was before.
You're evil, Weatherby. Pure evil.
Deacon, is there so much difference between a lot and a little? Come now, Deacon, cheer up. Here we are, and there are the pearls. 20,000 pounds worth of them, just oversized.
No, I don't want any part of them.
And within 3 hours, I'll be back out on the pearling banks about my business, never having heard of the wreck.
Captain, you strap diving shoes.
Next week, or any time I choose, I'll be walking the streets of Thursday near the news. And who will be as surprised as Captain Weatherby, that hard-working man. Honest Weatherby, with a fortune in his belt to dispose at leisure.
All ready now. Good helmet, Captain.
Yes, Deacon, I have not a problem in the world. Except you.
Me? Why me?
You are evidence. This stinking crew doesn't matter. I've kept them too befuddled to know what's happening, but you could be Queen's evidence. I'm not forgetting you.
Hey, but now listen to me, Weatherby. I want no part of...
What kind of an adversary do you call yourself, Deacon? I'd hope for some sport from you. Now, come below, Deacon. Now is the time to change your luck. Come below once and for all.
No, I won't go down with you, not down there.
Well, you're a diver, aren't you, Deacon?
I can't. Not in that ship. I can't.
Oh, blast it, Deacon. I thought at least you'd be amusing. Eh, very well. When I come back, I'll knock your silly head in.
Captain, you want helmet?
One thing, Buttermilk.
Yes, Captain.
You see that fellow white man? Maybe he want to go below. Good. You give him other suit.
Yes, Captain.
Maybe he touch pump or raise fuss. You knock 7 bells out of him. Otherwise, No order. You savvy?
I savvy, Captain.
Good. Now help me with the helmet.
Yes. Put on now. You okay now, Captain?
You murderer! You filthy murderer, Weatherby!
Captain no here. Not in helmet. You white fella, move away. Captain go waterside now. You fella pump plenty good. Captain need much air.
Listen, I've got to talk to you.
Captain say you no good.
Look, I'll give you money. Anything, just cut those lines.
Captain die we cut line. No bleed down there.
Yes, that's right, he'll die, but I'll pay you more than he will.
Line stop moving. Captain on ship now.
What about it? You want money?
No.
What do you want? Then I'll give you anything you say. Just cut those lines and leave him.
White fella no good.
But don't you understand? He'll kill me after he gets those pearls and comes up.
Captain say no order.
Huh? You got to listen to me.
Go away.
Look, put me in the longboat. Turn me loose. I'll take me chance in the open sea rather than with him. I can't stay here.
You stay.
No, I won't. I won't just wait here like a fool for him to come up and kill me when he pleases. I'll go down below there with him first and fight it out.
You want out of dive suit? Go waterside.
I don't know. I don't know. I've got to think.
You nothing. Black fella boy, pump good. Captain need plenty air down there.
And down below, everything went exceeding fine for Captain Weatherby. In a matter of 20 minutes or less, he had found the strongbox, broken it open with an iron bar, filled his canvas sack with pearls, and was making his way back towards the companionway through which he had entered the ship. The light was getting stronger as he came back. Then suddenly he stopped. A dim form was facing him. A man as tall as himself, clad in a diving rig. And Weatherby was smiling as he thought,
Same type helmet as mine. Same shape. Only other like that is on Fancy Free. What? By all that's holy. Oh, it's the Deacon. So you come down, Deacon, after all. So you're going to dispute the prize with me, eh? Claim your vengeance. All right. I was going to kill you one way or the other. One crack on your helmet with this bar, Deacon, and your eardrums are gone. You'll be just an unfortunate diver who drowned while working. But at least you proved an adversary worth his salt. Now, I'm moving at you, Deacon. Good. You move too, eh? We're going to fight it hard. Good. A little closer. That's it. Now I'll split your skull.
Oh, set out another bottle of rum, Portuguese. I'm cold clean through to the marrow.
5 days out there at the wreck, and no thanks from anybody.
Not even from the man you brought back? Him? He's crazy as a tick.
Calls himself a deacon, a man of the cloth. Look at him over there, sitting alone at the table, talking to himself. Scripture,
But
it
what
is.
of Captain Weatherby? They said you found his lugger anchored over the wreck. There was 2 people could have told us that story. One was a deacon, as he calls himself, and the other a great hulk of a West African, and he went down after Weatherby never come up. You need gear to go that deep.
The bleeding crew couldn't manage a word between the lot of them.
Hold out.
He
Comes the
hideth his
deacon.
wrong in his heart. Let him be snared in his own pit. In the net which he hid is his own foot taken. Lord, break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man.
Oh, poor fool. He don't know what he's about. Smite, tell me, What of Weatherby? They found him down the wreck. The pearls all in a great sack tied to his diving belt. And he was drowned. Drowned? His suit had been cut to ribbons by shards of broken glass. Yeah, he was drowned for fair, right inside of his suit.
But the glass, Mike. What was the glass?
Oh, a broken mirror. A mirror? It served as a facing for the saloon door leading out of the companionway.
It's like he stopped to take a look at himself. Just that one last time.
Well, a toast to Captain Weatherby. Rest his soul. The only honest man who came by sea to Thursday Island.
Two very different stories, and yet they fit together remarkably well. In The Man Who Could Work Miracles, we met a man who gains incredible power but lacks the wisdom to control it. In The Adversary, we meet a man who believes his ambition matters more than morality. Two different paths, but the same destination: disaster with excellent sound effects. Both stories are really about limits. Human beings have always wanted more power, more control, more success, more certainty. But Escape loved asking an uncomfortable question. What happens when someone decides the normal rules no longer apply to them? Our miracle worker goes too far because he didn't understand his own limitations. The sea captain goes too far because he thinks limitations are for other people. Neither approach ends especially well. And maybe that's why these stories still resonate today. Technology changes, society changes, but human nature? Pretty much the same. We still overestimate ourselves, we still think we can outsmart consequences, and we still press buttons that we probably shouldn't press. Of course, knowing your limits isn't weakness. Sometimes it's wisdom. Sometimes it's survival. And sometimes it's deciding maybe you shouldn't attempt godlike powers before your second cup of coffee. Thanks for spending part of your day with me. Escape remains one of the finest radio programs ever produced. It combines suspense, adventure, imagination, and just enough of existential dread to keep things interesting. And decades later, these stories still work because they tap into the timeless ideas about ambition and human nature. Plus, let's be honest, old-time radio had the wonderful ability to make absolutely everything sound dramatic. Open a door? Dramatic. Light a cigarette? Dramatic. Walk across a room? Somehow, also dramatic. Modern podcasts could learn a thing or two. I hope tonight's stories gave you a chance to step away from the noise of the world, for a little while at least, and lose yourself in the magic of classic radio storytelling. Until next time, I'm Ron, and this has been Ron's Amazing Stories. Stay amazing. That was episode number 734, and it was brought to you by Audible. Head to audibletrial.com/Ron's Amazing Stories and get a free audiobook today. You help the show if you do it. Thank you, Audible. If you want to follow the podcast or the blog, head to ronsamazingstories.com. There you will find any of the links that I mentioned and how to contact us. Do you want to help the show? The best thing you can do is to tell your friends all about us and leave reviews and comments wherever you listen. Clicking that follow or like button helps us grow. Thank you for listening, and I hope you come again to find out what are Ron's Amazing Stories.